is going to be one of the biggest box office failures of all time. And I've kept saying this basically over the past couple of months. This movie is going to be the biggest disaster Disney has ever put out. Okay. And Disney is breaking their own record they broke, which was their own record, good, with the Marvels. And it seems that Disney is going to break their own record once again. With Snow White, well, like we were looking at that Disney is going to lose over $200 million on this movie. As well, Snow White. These are the first day previews, so these are yesterday's numbers for Snow White. Just abysmal 3.5 million. Okay, and I get it. It's a it's a family movie, so it's gonna have much more walking compared to like the Marvels. So it isn't really a good comparison to compare this to the Marvels. Dumbo took for 2.6 million, but the thing is, Dumbo did not cost $250 million. Yes, and people were saying, but Mufasa had good rates. The difference between Mufasa and Snow White is that people did actually like Mufasa. Unfortunately, to hear that news. Okay, Snow White isn't gonna make any money. It's gonna perform like the Marvels. And kind of like a Brave New World, I predicted that movie would flop. Okay, because no one liked that movie. That movie wasn't, you know, no one went to go see it. And the Marvels had no competition. There was there was no major movies it launched against. Okay, nothing. It would because Disney magically somehow gets nothing launches against it, and this time, no one is afraid of Snow White. Okay, because Ultra Nights, a movie that no one's gonna watch too, is also launched against Snow White, which is also projected to flop as well. But Snow White is the main, thing we're talking about. Also opening this weekend, Ultra Nights, starring, Robert De Niro. I just find it funny that the media is trying to spin this as a huge, huge success and trying to spin this movie because they want this movie to do well. They want to be right for once. They want to be correct for once. They want me to be wrong for once, which when it comes to movies, I am never wrong. Okay, sometimes I am. Okay, like with Mufasa the Lion King, but I predicted Captain America Brave New World would flop. I predicted the Marvels. If Disney didn't do anything to try to salvage that movie would be a huge failure. It would be one of the worst failures because people do not like Brie Larson. Okay? And we all knew Wish would be a big failure too. Okay? That movie would be a failure as well. I said that 2024 might have been Disney's best year since the pandemic, and I was correct about that. Disney had 3 very successful movies last year. It seems that this year Disney will still have a few successful movies. Reload Stitch, Zootopia 2, and Avatar 3. I think our 3 movies that I think that Disney is releasing are going to be guaranteed hits. Okay? They're going to be guaranteed hits because people like those movies. People want to see them. Okay? And it's not just Disney that pulls this type of bullshit too. Last year of Joker 2. Okay? But Joker 2 was a very hard movie to predict. I don't think anyone was predicting that Joker 2 would be this huge, massive flop. Okay? Because guess what? People also thought the first Joker would flop. Okay? And that Joker 2 would overperform its box office. I think with Joker 2, that movie was very unpredictable. Once the movie came out, I think everybody like, yeah, this movie's garbage. And kind of like a Snow White, this is basically Joker 2 in 2025. But unlike Joker 2, there were actually some people who were excited for this. But with Joker 2, I even said that Joker 2 is not going to do too well because it's a musical. Because why are you making Joker 2 a musical? Okay? Joker is about literally, an insane, psychopath, basically. Okay? someone who, and in the comics usually, but they try to make Joker more relatable. The most evil, the most evil and most iconic DC villain, they made him relatable. They say, oh, the reason why he's a bad person is because people, you know, because he struggled like everybody else, and because he got abused basically by everyone around him, he turned evil. And there's tons of Jokers in this world. Tons of people who became evil because they kept getting the sword end of the stick. There's tons of people. And the media does not like that movie because guess what? It spoke the truth. Because a lot of people, especially young people, feel in the Joker's shoes. Okay? And that's the main importance of a movie like Joker. Because people will empathize with the character throughout the movie, but with Joker 2, they ruined all that and ruined the movie. With Snow White, it's even more egregious because you're taking one of the most iconic movies ever created. Okay, Snow White, the original Snow White movie, is nearly 100 years old. The reason why the original Snow White is still reported to this day is that we wouldn't have all these other animated movies. Okay, it was the first real animated movie ever put out that was not a cartoon, that was not a 5 minute cartoon or something like that. It was the first full redone animated movie, and it was a huge success. And Walt Disney saw it as a huge gamble. And this entire movie is a slap in the face to Walt Disney himself. Walt Disney is rolling in his grave, but Walt Disney got the last laugh at the end. You just can't tarnish one man's work and just make it way worse for political reasons. And hopefully Disney learns a lesson from this failure of a remake. The fact that this movie is performing similar to movies like Dumbo. Okay, The Little Mermaid had 10 million previews, but Dumbo only had 2.6 million. Dumbo, I think, only opened to 2.6 million. And the thing is, this movie is also competing with another movie coming out in a couple of weeks, which is the Minecraft movie, which is actually projected to do even better than Snow White, which is pretty ironic, given the fact that the Minecraft movie was mocked and ridiculed, you know, as well. Minecraft was mocked and ridiculed since the beginning, you know, as well, because people are like, why would you have a live action Minecraft movie? This makes no sense. Okay, but kids are going to see that anyways. Minecraft has always had an advantage over Snow White. I don't think the movie will break even, but it still has an advantage over Snow White because it's still at the end of the day a Minecraft movie. It's not, a bastardization of someone's original work and ruining it for an agenda that, to pass an agenda, to pass an ideology down people's throats. And we'll talk about this on Sunday too, and on Saturday, because this just has to be said. Snow White is one of the biggest failures in history. Okay? The Minecraft movie, as much as people like to make fun of that movie, will still be more profitable than Snow White. Okay? That should be embarrassing to Disney. Minecraft movie is it's gonna open to 60 million. That's what Minecraft is projected to open to. I think probably will open to 60 million, 58 to 60 million. That's the numbers it's gonna open to because kids are. I think the Minecraft movie actually might quote unquote overperform because again the box office projections do not really account for locking as well because the main audience and demographic for the Minecraft movie is kids, and Minecraft is most popular amongst kids and Gen Z. Okay, Snow White is mostly popular amongst Disney fans. Okay, and this is just an embarrassment to Disney. Just how many of the IPs do they have to ruin and butcher until they realize that this is not working anymore. Okay, Lilo and Stitch will be successful. But the thing is, they're not bastardizing and ruining Lilo and Stitch as much as they did with Snow White. I do not like the Lilo and Stitch remake because I don't like any Disney remake. But obviously, that movie has a wide appeal. Okay, that's why the trailer, no one is saying, "Oh my God, I hate the Lilo and Stitch movie. 0 out of 10 for me." Okay, because Lilo and Stitch could at least work if they did it correctly. With this garbage, no right. I just do not see this movie making any money at all. And now with the previews in, this movie is way is doing terribly. And don't be too surprised if this movie had a 70% drop on the second weekend, like Joker 2 did, the Marvels did, and of course, Brave New World and Quantumania did. It seems that Disney is, always having the most dubious records because they want to push DEI on everybody. But it seems that DEI is so unpopular that Snow White and Brave New World are flops. Goodbye. And F Snow White.